Hey everybody, welcome to another Demon Souls Remake PS5 mini walkthrough. This is going to be a way to show you hopefully how to kill Black Phantom Selen Vinland and then go from her all the way to the Primeval Demon without using the Archstones to teleport or replenish your life or magic, without using it to do any of that. So you don't want to touch those Archstones, and then also don't use Evacuate, don't use the Archstone shard to go back to the Nexus. Doing so will flip you from pure Black World tendency, -4, which is what the world has to be in order for the Black Phantom to appear in the first place, all the way to +2, -4 to +2, 6 steps, so that you're one step below pure White World tendency. And then if you kill one more boss, of course, you will then get to pure White World tendency. So this is a way to rapidly swing from pure Black to pure White World tendency as long as you have one boss undefeated. Now, I am playing on New Game Plus 11. The game stopped scaling difficulty at New Game Plus 5, but unfortunately, at this level, when you combine pure Black World tendency with New Game Plus 11, you can die essentially incredibly fast, like, one-shot level. So hopefully, we're going to be able to do this. I can show you sort of what I'm thinking about. Right now, I have the I'm going to have the Thief's Ring actually on. Let's make sure we have the right gear on, or else this will be a very short little adventure. So I have Thief's Ring and Sodden Ring on. A Blue Blood Sword, very high level, as you can see, level 712. And even then, with Blind, she can take you out because Blind will, of course, go through shields. And that's not particularly useful. But first, we got to get there. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay. You have to have the Sodden Ring on to have a realistic chance of defeating her in combat, because she can move through the swamp with no restrictions, whereas you cannot. And so when you get to her, you should basically put on you should use the Stone of Ephemeral Eyes to give yourself body form. Because again, dying to her in body form doesn't matter much anyways, because obviously you're already in pure Black. You can't get, any more than Black than that. And that gives you the advantage of the extra health. Okay, I'm going to try to get to her with light weapon and with warding, and hopefully that will take care of things. They're going to hear you right about here. Drop in the swamp. Here she is waiting for you. As you can see, I already had an unfortunate escapade with her previously. Okay, so first order of business, we're going to use the stone. And then we're going to ward. Get warding again, and then we're going to slowly go up. If we can backstab her, that would be quite nice. Okay, so you can see that wasn't the easiest fight in the entire world. I mean, I don't really know how to properly cheese her, to be completely honest with you. Light weapon helps a lot. Using a longsword and stabbing helps a lot. You can see she's very quick and maneuverable, and as you get her health down, she wants to heal very, very quickly. Another option is you can go to where that soul is. You can stand there, and then you can actually try to shoot her with arrows. But then she heals, and you just have to sort of, little by little whittle her health down. it's sort of a drag, so I'm not very enthusiastic about that either. Okay. All right. So in any case, long story short, use the Sullen ephemeral eyes to give yourself body form, give yourself extra protection. Use warding to protect you, and then you can decide whether you want to use things like Soul Arrow. I've killed her with like Soul Ray. Not Soul Arrow, that's too weak. I've killed her with Soul Ray from a distance, and just you're walking around, you're moving around, and you just slowly whittle her down, keeping your distance. When she tries to heal, then either run up to her and hit her with a sword to break it up, or Soul Ray her as well. You just kind of keep up the pressure. You can also try to Firestorm, but Firestorm here is really tough because it's really random, and she's so nimble and so mobile that sometimes doesn't work out very well. Okay, but for me, because of the strength of my weapons, I just basically went to light weapon, and then I just R2'd her and used my stab attack to really whittle her down. Okay, so at this point, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use your grass and really replenish. The poison's already gone, and you're going to want to ward again. And after warding, I go to God's Wrath, hopefully to give me a little bit of time in case I can't shake those defiled ones. And we're going to go to the Primeval Demon. So Thief Ring is really important. Another thing is if you're going to fight her, maybe change from Thief Ring to the Eternal Warrior's Ring and go from there. I used the Thief Ring to try to get a cheap backstab, which kind of helped, but it didn't do quite as much damage as I thought it would. But that's one way you can really help. So Selen Ring, Thief Ring back on, and then we have the Blue Blood Sword right over here. And I will, do I want to do that? We're going to get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. But I think I may try to go to the Crisp Blade. I don't think I'm going to actually be fighting those. I don't want to be fighting actually those defiled ones. Okay, so hopefully you are, you know where we're at. There's the defiled ones that we ran past to get here. This is the start of this phase, and then we're going to just start walking through the swamp. This is the little island I was talking about. There's some dark moon grass here, and from here you can actually try to, shoot it with an arrow, but that's pretty tough. So keep going through the swamp. It's okay if you get poisoned, and just stay away from all this stuff on the left. There's like these murder hornets and all this other nonsense, and slugs. You want to keep going until you can actually see the defiled one up ahead. The giant defiled ones will be glowing red in the distance. There he is. And then from there you can move back into position right over here. So this is where you can kind of reconnoiter. Turn around, make sure that there's no one sneaking out behind you. So I'm going to run to the Primeval Demon and I'm going to kill it. So actually I do have to go to the Blue Blood Sword. You want to do a lot of damage. Thief's Ring will give you a little bit of a head start. And once you run past them, they shouldn't actually chase you, okay? So let's ward, and here we go. Hope for the best. Don't run yet, don't run yet. Right about here, start running. Yep, okay, and then just keep running. Your Thief's Ring should make you invisible, and they should give up running after you after a while. Okay, good. The Thief's Ring is a non-negotiable item in this case, because if you don't have the Thief's Ring, all of those giant defiled ones won't stop coming after you. You won't have time to kill the Primeval Demon before they kill you. And remember, this is, for me at least, new game plus 11, pure black roll tendency. It would be death. Now, all of these murder hornets will chase you too, but again, luckily, your Thief's Ring prevents that. I wonder what this item here is. Okay, it's just a stored hero cell, which is nice. Now, if you go up along this path, there's going to be all these slugs. You kill them, and then you eventually get to a whole mass of slugs surrounding the large sword of moonlight, I think is what it's called. And that's how you get that. So anyways, you've accomplished your mission, right? You have killed Black Phantom, Selen, Vinland, and you have killed the Primeval Demon. As you can see, all in one loop. You're going to shift war tendency +6 from -4 to +2. So let me show you the world tendency right now. It is, as you can see, under the Valley of Defilement, completely pure black. And then when we go to the Nexus, you will see that it goes all the way to +2. So from here, you can evacuate, and that's what I would recommend. And let's go. So at this point, checking world tendency again, since you've evacuated, it updates. Take a look at the value defilement. You can see now it is almost pure white. Okay, all the other ones are at pure white. You can see that's at +2. And if we go to character tendency, you can see that it's going to be very, very white. Now here, I'm not at pure white yet because I screwed up, and I actually, without, even though I knew better, I was pretty stupid. I actually killed Black Phantom Scurvier in Stonefan Tunnel. I killed him with Soul Sucker, which does make the fight, of course, inconsequential, but that doesn't change your character tendency if you use Soul Sucker. So I have to go into a third playthrough to pick up one more Black Phantom to go to pure white character tendency, I can get another ally ring. But the idea is I want to be in pure white character tendency because it helps you with your hit points in soul form and your damage as well. So hopefully you found that useful. This is actually the third time I did it. The first time I did it was a complete fiasco. I managed to kill Black Phantom Selen Vinland with a Soul Ray, but then I completely screwed up on the approach to the Primeval Demon. I didn't change my rings out. It wasn't on the Thief's ring. The defiled ones were just all over me. I had to run back. It was just a fiasco. So I didn't like that. I didn't want to upload it. And then the second time I uploaded it, Selen Vinland killed me. I tried to use the Crisp Blade and the Rare Magical Sharpness along with the Firestorm to get after her, and that just did not work very well. This is a very good combination if you have a high enough level, high enough magic to cheese the Black Phantoms. It works well when you're finding them in enclosed spaces. Enclosed spaces like, say, Black Phantom Rydell in the Tower of Latria, or Black Phantom, say, Sasuke in the beginning of the Shrine of Storms. You can trap these guys in little tiny enclosed spaces, and then the Firestorm really gets them. But for Black Phantom Selen Vinland, for instance, it's a disaster because you saw when I was fighting her, it was just completely a wide open swamp. She was just dodging. It's very difficult to hit her with a Firestorm, and it doesn't do enough damage. While you yourself are poisoned, right? And you yourself are poisoned, it's just not very good. You need to have magic like Soul Ray or just your trusty sword imbued with light weapon to kind of focus your attacks on her. Luckily for Selen, she's not like as devastating. Some of the other Black Phantoms, because of the swords they're carrying, like Hiltless for Sasuke, or the Phosphorescent Pole for Rydell, or the Guillotine Axe for Marauda. Oh man, that Guillotine Axe. They can one-shot you, even in body form. One hit can take you way down if you don't have warding on at all times. But Selen's blind is not quite as devastating. And notice that when I fought her, I didn't use the shield at all, mainly because, again, blind will go through shield, so it's pretty useless. I also chose the one-handed grip on her because it's just speed is pretty important, and two-handed, you're just a little bit too slow. So this third time, I think, worked out pretty nicely, so I'm pretty happy with that. As you can tell, every time I do it, I always repair my weapons just in case, go from all of that, and then that's basically it. I'll go up and, get myself back into soul form, replenish my supplies, all of that, rechange some of my spells. But that's it. This is how you kill Black Phantom Selen Vinland. If you can kill her, if I can do this on New Game, +11 with pure black, then you should be able to do it at lower levels of difficulty. Even though, of course, my stats are way high. It's maxed out, but you don't need these. This is overkill. You can basically use the same type of strategy with much lower statistics across the board, and it'll work because in Demon Souls the improvement of the stats basically starts leveling off after like 40 or 50 or so. So don't be intimidated by my soul level or the attributes. Much of that is just filler. You don't really need that to be successful. Okay, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.